the true start to stream. Here we go. Well, damn. Now I spiked up to fucking 6K. I'm up to 6.2K kbps for my stream. There we go. The true start to stream has started. Now watch. Now that I've already opted to start an actual stream, it's gonna fucking go fucking haywire.
Alright, take the screenshot, and I named it Haha Sophia.
I think I should do this. 6.7K. 5.7K. 6.8. What the fuck? Why must internet be so weird?
Frostbloom. Rectify. My compliments. Take this! Brilliance lights the way! Quickly and swiftly. Victory favors me!
God damn, Carlota, you hit like a truck?
A new era awaits.
Like frigid depths.
You know, I'm just gonna build here. Just gonna terraform
Found
this
your
place.
weak
This area I'm
spot.
already at and start building. I don't care that I'm not
Still
that close to
recognize me.
everybody.
Leave it to me. Stay calm.
I can keep going.
Leave it to me. You will yield. Running won't save you.
Damn. What boss do I need to fight for Verena? I think I'm gonna run Verena with Carlota and keep Shorekeeper with Cheng-Li.
I alone will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
I kept the stream name as Network Investigation just for the shits and giggles.
Might as well.
Understood. I am here.
I don't want to come up with a
I
stream
should
title.
try to
That's
smile more, you say. Why hesitate if you know what you want?
Make this quick.
Hopefully, we'll make new findings.
because like we're looking at another like almost 30 minutes.
As I grow, even my breaths feel lighter.
The morning Ix. And whatever these fucking flowers are. Bell poppy. I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey,
Hello.
need BRB, get to the bathroom.
Hmm. Just a few more days and Wisely will be out again.
It'll be yours for the taking.
Hopefully I can get a Wisely's weapon in like a few multis how I can summon for more. Try to summon for more constellations. At minimum, I would want like his weapon and C2. That way I can at least start using his bows without it feeling like a DPS drop.
I have returned. $60. Okay.
Is there a new event on Genshin? Oh, there actually is.
Yes.
Oh god, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's the whale event.
The whale event.
Yeah, if it's not really a whale event, but
Lighter than a dove. Quickly and swiftly.
Like frigid depths!
Leave it
wait,
to me.
no, you can. do
Iron
this
graft you knew.
with, isn't this the event you can
My
do with
compliments.
friends?
You will yield.
Nope, never mind.
Leave it to me. Frostbloom.
When in doubt, Mahavika. Can never go wrong with Mahavika.
Well, I mean, sometimes you can, but...
I mean, yeah, they're like pyro enemies, and yeah. Oh, I need to tone down my game.
keep up? I alone
I should try to smile more, you say? Like,
Hopefully, we'll make new findings.
Why the fuck are these two enemies 102?
Can you keep up? Can you keep up?
Wait, why can't you just start at flow 12 and immediately clear flow 9 and 2?
Quickly and swiftly.
I guess that's if you can just do that despite enemy levels.
The stage is set. Can you keep up? Quickly and swiftly. Can you keep up? Can you keep up?
Saves me this.
Can you keep up?
I completed that with no time left.
Quickly and swiftly.
Oh, Bennett died.
As he should.
Yeah, this really is just a whale event. But there's no possible way you can actually do this with just C0 units. And you still have to kill all the enemies.
There's gotta be a way that it's doable with.
I can't kill all the
I
enemies.
alone
'Cause
I should try to smile more, you say? Like this?
Hopefully, we'll make new findings. Sprouting
I
marks
just
the
leave?
inception of a plant's journey. A tiny
Oh, I
miracle in
can.
motion.
Okay. Eve challenge.
Ad Astra. Thank you for coming.
How many polls do I have on Woowa at the moment? 73. Okay.
I'm still surprised we don't have a blacksmith Kyoto in Genshin. Well, I guess we do.
Well, we
Shimona
do.
now.
Yeah.
But like, does she really count?
Well, she doesn't make a weapon. She makes names that are, I guess, the weapons in their own sense.
Yeah, but like, eh. I wouldn't really say that counts.
Yeah. I mean, she can make weapons and charms and stuff,
I mean,
but
she made
her main
Funky
thing is just,
Margarita's motorbike, and so didn't she?
yeah. Her main thing is, I just do the whole ancient bestowal of names. So she is a blacksmith. It's just she's just a little bit special.
In a sense.
Yeah.
This realm is if you ever
God, the teapot is so depressing. I guess I should just make something for the crate furnishing. Spend 500k more. Um. Hmm. Leaf teapot. Okay. I guess I should continue the story before. Otherwise, it comes out for the extra Primo gems.
Yeah.
Going into a trance is risky for most people, so don't get it.
These 3 mini games have I completed for the
Idea.
existing event on Genshin. Okay.
I don't care about you, Noelle. You're barely a kill.
Return to the skies!
Let's see you. Where is there another character at? Because for some reason you can't fucking track them down.
Damn it. Damn it.
I'm sorry, but the way that they're animating Yao Yao in this, it looks like she's actively trying to kill Madame Ping. Cause she is straight up thrusting her spear in Madame Ping's face. I don't care, Yao Yao. Why is your fucking conversation this long? You're barely a character. Why can I not skip this?
Oh, thank God. No, fuck.
Why is this so long? Yao Yao is barely a Kyoto. Oh my god, it's still fucking going. Why was it so long compared to everyone else's? Like, who the fuck cares about Yao Yao?
I'm at bed. I'll see you guys.
See you later, Hector. You know, this little parkour thing with the fox is annoying as fuck.
Oh, there's new reputation quests.
God damn it. Fuck.
Okay. So after this is done, I can't go to the rejected grass type Pokemon Dino people, get those to rank 4 and then I'll be done. Wait, what? Ow. That's disappointing. It's just a fucking. Oh, that's so disappointing when you think you get something cool only for it to be a furniture.
follow the light. Humans are the same. Except we call that light color.
Damn it.
Full throttle! What's up? Wanna play? Let's have some fun, shall we? My name's Echo and Song! To the others of the valley!
God damn it.
Light it up! Red from the sky!
God, I hate.
Red the engines! Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate!
Okay, this is honestly annoying as fuck. How in the blood-soaked Protestant hell am I expected to do this?
Deep breath and grit your teeth! Running great means that go!
I almost fucked that up. No. Oh. I fucking hate this event, Brandon. The one where you have to do the little fox shit.
How do you do it?
No, it's not how. I hate it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
annoying.
that's like the worst one. I think the thing that makes it like really bad is the lack of a jump
Yeah.
that the fox has in the platform.
I saved the easiest shit for last. The Toma's event game.
I prefer the I like the Thomas one, the ball fling one.
That's the one that I'm finishing up on. And then I just gotta finish the actual story part itself. Which, honestly, with the fact that there's not much audio to it, I'm just gonna skip through it.
What is it?
I wanted to get the games done first.
It really is just like Moat A stuff.
Tell me what you see! Over here! I could show everything. Time to relax. Cast your worries to the wind.
Fuck you, game. I'm trying to get past these fucking things, and no, that I have to fucking hit me instead. No. I don't mind this.
Know my soul. Rain cutter. Commencing. She might feel a little bit.
Honestly, I still say that they fucked over Siege Rainer.
Also,
Power for what? Rain out. Wibbly wobbly. I swear it's for medical research.
She could have been a great support, but for some reason they made her a fucking DPS.
I think she's still a decent support.
She's more of a DPS than anything, though.
I mean, yeah, you can build her as a DPS too, but
Don't be nervous.
I definitely think she's also more support because she does heal. Like, it's not that she doesn't do support role. If anything, she's a sub DPS.
Let me read you a book. Floaty floaty. Now I'm mad.
Dude, I'm using her right now.
It's for medical research.
She's definitely more of a DPS than a support. Like, if they just made her a better Hydro, they could have made her a better Xingqiu.
That was already Yelan.
Ah, true. Oh fuck, I forgot about Yolana.
Yeah, Yelan was already a better Yelan. Yelan was already a better Xingqiu. God damn.
Okay, do I want to do most story? Yeah, I should. I have like
The
I have
Ito on
6
his
days
bull,
left.
on a bull tank.
Am I brain dead enough for Genshin story? Yeah,
Possibly.
I am. I've been brain dead for the past couple of days because I've been trying to figure out something for my story. Like,
Oh?
making most story stuff, but like, I cannot for the life of me think of fucking bloody anything.
What kind of stuff you trying to think of?
That's Wayne, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him. Nice to see you again, Wayna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for the spirit speaker still.
Well, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Oh, you're there in the story. Okay.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
I forgot you can hear my bloody audio for
I
some
don't
reason.
mind. I don't mind hearing, but like, cause like, to figure out where you are in the story, that is
Oh, I really stopped at like the Capitano versus Maverick.
After the Capitano versus
Yeah, that's
Maverick.
literally like why every single time I go back to this to the arena, Paimon says like, "Oh, what the fuck happened here?" Like every single time I log into the game because it fucking resets the audio for some reason.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you you don't want to hear.
There we go. I beat the
A mature
Ito
warrior would never make such a foolish decision.
boss for the Harpastum event.
The nature of battle is unpredictable.
There. Now I don't
You never
have to
know
worry
how
about the
it's
games anymore. I just
Losing
gotta.
It's tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wana. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I thought you might say that.
Okay, if you knew she was gonna say that, why bring it the fuck up?
Is something wrong, Lena? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
Thank you.
Okay, where the fuck were you holding that?
Seems like you two go
In
way
their
back.
ass.
But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Paimon, we don't need exposition. We can infer it that they were just friends from different clans. We don't need you. We don't need the game to fucking over-explain her.
Chaska's a
Well,
peacemaker.
Did you get a
so
good
she's
look at
famous
all the
throughout
games?
tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got
Oh,
to know each
and
other
what are
that
your
way.
thoughts?
Yeah, because she
I'm
has a
all ears.
fucking gun. Nothing says, oh yeah, peacekeeper, like blowing people the fuck up with animals.
Fascinating.
Nothing
Which game
says
are you looking
peacekeeping like
forward
a
to the
motherfucking
most?
cannon. Get that bitch a
Yeah.
cannon. Bitches love cannons.
Her younger sister, Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Akitsu Harpastum, huh? I'm sure that will be a nostalgic experience for many
Yes.
people.
I'll introduce you to her sometime.
Perhaps a Mondstadt
Let's
spin
get
on
back
an
to business.
Inazuman classic will be,
Lena,
dare I
how do you
say,
use the
a
stone?
breath of fresh air.
As you
What do you
probably
say we
know,
drag A out
your
here so she
intended
can join in on the
destination is
fun?
completely different from the real world. The Night
Okay, when
Kingdom
you
is
were
like
doing
a
the
river
story,
flowing
which
Well, we
mini
had
game
to
did
pick
you choose,
one, but
Brendan?
honestly, all the ideas
I
were
cannot
pretty
hear you
good.
over this. Hold on. What'd you
It's
say?
still
I said,
early
when you
days, so
had to
there's no rush
choose
to make a
the game
decision.
when you were
Plenty of
talking to
novels at
Nico,
Yai Publishing
which one
House
did you
have opened on
choose?
a high note, only to lose the plot halfway
Thomas
through.
one.
Okay.
You can pick your favorite game once everyone's
I
done with
liked
their
it the
work.
best.
In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the
I went
river.
with the one that was the easiest
Boat
to
alone
actually
isn't
do.
enough. You need a fisherman.
Wow,
experienced enough to
time
steer
really
it.
flew by today. It's so late already.
We couldn't
The
do
game
that
moves
ourselves.
were cool, but the food
Well,
was even
practice, I'm sure
better.
you could. You have the strength
Paimon saved
Wait,
the
what?
skewer just for you. Here,
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts. And the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream.
tastes great, right? Which means we should come back for more
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh, excuse me.
Bichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe.
Wait, do you see that up ahead? What's someone doing
He's
up
got a
this
keen
late?
eye.
Huh.
Even
Their
his ancient
clothes look
name
kinda
means to
weird.
seek.
Oh, could they be
Fishing
one of
for a
those
name.
costumed
You're gonna
actors
want it
Miko
on the
mentioned?
boat.
Hey, hello
Why
there?
does that name
Are you
sound
also here for the festival?
He's one of Auntie hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the rooftops. Follow the path that way. I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you. We'll go look for him there.
Good luck.
What was that for? They attacked us out of nowhere! Something's not right about this. Be careful, traveler! That morning hiring the scenery from the cliff tops. Ah, that must be him! Hello there, are you Chamba?
That's me. Did you
Why is his voice so fucking deep? He does not have a character model for this deep voice.
What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible? No. Think about it. Anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
This blocking and dodging thing in the fucking event is
But I do have a
annoying
small request.
as well.
It is kinda annoying.
After I help
Like,
you find
let me just fight the fucker and win.
stones for my friends as
Even
well.
if I do have to use the Traveler, I don't care.
The one thing I did notice is even if you try to block
It doesn't want to fucking block.
that and it doesn't recharge fast enough.
Yep. I literally
Like
just,
the
my
3
Traveler literally just
slashing
died.
gets potential things, you can't block.
Yeah. I literally just died.
Wait, you died?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't think he would deal that much damage. I didn't think he did deal that much damage.
I mean, does the Traveler get like special?
Wow, time really flew by today. It's so
I
late
don't think
already.
I went below half
Game
health
moves
during
were
that
cool.
fight.
Paimon seemed to... tastes great, right? Which means... Your friend? Wait, do you see that up ahead? What's someone doing up? Huh. Their clothes look kind of weird.
Yes.
Oh,
I'd
could
rather
they
not
be one of those costume... Hey,
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient
Just let me fight the fucking guy.
Then we're agreed.
And honestly, I find myself wanting to attack the guy more than I am trying to fucking block.
what was that for? They attacked us out of nowhere! Something's not right about this. Be careful, traveler!
I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world. Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in for scent blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Lali invented this. He must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up.
Even though I'm blocking, I'm still fucking taking damage. I'm taking more damage from blocking than I am from just letting him fucking hit me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
Wait, who the fuck is Lonnie?
See, Lale?
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
The bitch that was on Banner right before Mavwika. Actually, no, with Mavwika.
Oh, okay.
First, I'll need some hook clothes. Pretty much every store around here carries them. so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of it. So make sure you
Witness-
get a good amount.
What the fuck?
You're going to use a real net to catch
Okay,
Kachina's
I
eggs?
survived this one,
How does that work
but the
when
thing
one
is,
is handled
literally, for finishing him off, I did the Y thing, but it also ended up registering my, in the split second before the next cutscene, it registered me using my character's burst.
By creating something tangible in our world, to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible, an ancient name.
Oh, I see. What about the second thing you needed?
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can try your luck there.
Gotcha! Traveler?
Alright, let's
Hey,
split up.
are you
See that
alright? Well,
clearing?
you fought that
Okay.
strange person and made them
I
disappear.
know this is a bit grimdark
All of a
for
sudden you started
Genshin. I
backing up
kind
like you were
of think
super afraid of something.
that they really should have
What do you think,
maybe just
Casca?
killed off Kachina.
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now.
You nearly gave Paimon a
Hang
heart
on,
attack.
Kachina. We're coming for you.
Yeah, they really should have just. I'm starting to see the issue with this story.
Also, what
It is
was with
way
that thunder
too
just
fucking.
now? It came out of nowhere and it's not
it's-
even raining.
I'm gonna say it's tone deaf.
What's wrong?
It's really tone deaf.
Hello. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
Has a nightmare returned to Inazuma once
As in
again?
rock climbing equipment? Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Hey, Komura!
The whole
Time to
thing?
go!
Let me
The
see.
stalls are
That
closed,
would
so
be
let's head home for the night.
3,000 more, I'm Deal? Deal.
Hey, did you hear me?
Wait.
No more gaming
Really?
tonight. We can come back
What, you want
tomorrow.
me to drive down the price?
Komura.
We just need
Komura!
these as fast as possible. Oh, no problem at all. I
Komura?
can pass along some information
What's with
on
the
house.
yelling? I can hear you
Ropes
just
are
fine.
usually
Let's
used
go.
by rock climbing
Huh?
enthusiasts. If you want to learn,
What?
Rick is the person
You're not coming? Why are you giving me that look?
All right. That's everything.
Uh,
Here you go.
Komura, weren't you
Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
over there just now?
Oh my god, you could have legit just made this one cutscene.
Excuse me.
Fuck this, I have to get my all
Transfixed.
first back.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need two.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here, and we'll see what we can find.
Thank you so much. Ooh.
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about Kachina. I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one. Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
You're gonna hear me really be disappointed in this story.
Perfect! Thank you. How much do I owe you?
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 more for both. Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention Bichama just now. You running an errand for him then? How's he doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years now.
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night. But I don't know what details. Bichama and Malco grew up together. And even made Malco was an amazing fighter.
Honestly, I don't fucking care.
In a single hit, while Bichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the battlefield. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe.
You two! Time to end them! Shuno!
Going to the front lines to battle, so they unleashed its terror. Malco and the others have been facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations. Bichama went into a deep depression. He blames himself for outrage. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because I've tried convincing him to move forward. To stop the abyss has caused so much suffering.
Fulfill our pact!
And so
Eat Laline! Eat Papa!
Laid bare.
It's too bad that this story's too fucking tone deaf to actually make this stuff stick. Like, oh yeah, I can't really sympathize with you fuckos if like no one dies. To this region is just too damn happy to be a low-tone country where like
I mean,
people get depressed and stuff because of the abyss. Because this whole entire fucking region is too fucking tone deaf.
I will say it does get, though it's a bunch of no names that really. I mean, some of the people that you meet within the Arcane Quest do die, though they're not any of the characters that become playable, obviously, but like,
yeah, but like everything just works out. Like in this like nice little bowl.
I mean, in the first like 2, I forget how many parts there were when 5.0 dropped. Yeah, I can't remember how many parts were there when 5.0 dropped.
You two! Time to end them!
Overruled. Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you with Gina's ancient name, and then you can return the favor. Go ahead. Yes. After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the ship. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned. I've always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malco might also be a...
But That happened several years. The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of...
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malco and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end. Alright, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please collect them.
I have to say this is giving me bestowy ideas already.
I mean, that's good.
Despite
I
me
mean,
having issues with this fucking plot.
I mean, hey, who knew, like, doing this story would actually assist you with yours?
This story is so tone deaf.
Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Am I actually gonna have to fight? Oh my god,
Golden
dude.
thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
Oh my god, I physically have to collect them. I can't just run over them.
Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Light it up! Light up the blazing sun!
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge! How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Vichama!
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
The Abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago.
Dog.
I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
This power.
Hanging in there?
No! Why can't I find him? Why?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with an invisible rope.
In that case, you have no choice.
Add Astro.
Get back!
Chaka, wait!
By the way, it was that scene there that I determined that Chaska was going to become playable.
What happened just now? It looked like the spirit
'Cause
stone was...
for a cutscene, there is no way that they would put so much detail into a person's
Can't
weapon.
sleep. Oh, can't sleep.
Ad
I mean, you
Astra
did pretty much
Abyssos.
sleep all day, so that's not
Thank
really
you for
surprising.
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it.
Also, like,
We're all caught in the shockwave of the explosion.
it's Wednesday.
That's normal.
Yeah. I mean, it also helps that like Chaska has one, a unique character design.
Well, that too, but like,
two has a vision.
yeah, but there are some vision bearers that aren't even playable though.
That is true.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get
But
back.
like,
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not
yeah,
everyone has your
the fact that the
reflexes,
weapon
Chaska.
was so intricately designed, like, I'm just like, yeah, she's gonna be a 5-star, and she's gonna be playable.
I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama? Vichama!
Oh, he's fine.
Vichama!
Couldn't find Nako's ancient name. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim, and now it's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing.
This is.
Hey, Malco. Got any strength left?
Oh my god, how plot convenient. Ugh.
Not enough to swing a sword.
Honestly, that's just kind of a flashback, though. That's
Yeah, but still. How fucking convenient.
Too bad. No one will get to
I would say it'd be more convenient if they were actually able to full on bring him back.
Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just hard thinking about.
Yes, I have something to be thankful for there. My parents died along. Pisak. Always had to beat me at everything, didn't you? Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will
I'm skipping. I do not give a shit.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing,
A deeper pit.
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, for all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end.
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wina wasn't really on board with your plan to go to the night. When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient, but I also understood why you had to try. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, if I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to that way. Even if the outcome stayed the same, there are critical junctures in life. And if you don't seize the chance, that's something I had to learn in hindsight.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come. I promised I
I
would
just
find
wanted
her,
to make sure that
and I intend.
I might go to HSR after I catch up with Genshin, but I wanted to make sure my dailies were at least done for
Once abyssal corrosion enters the
today.
body, the potion will fuse itself to your internal organs.
Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification, the corrosion can never be fully eradicated. Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check. Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama back to his tribe and tell Wyneth the good news. Oh, and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll probably understand.
Oh, thank God they're teleporting us back there. Oh, hello. You have a unique designer.
Who?
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that?
Wait,
I don't know what you want from me.
wait, how they pronounce me?
Koichi, are you really gonna just
Koichi?
stand there like that?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know what you want from me.
Yeah, she may have a interesting design. Yeah, she's totally gonna be playable. Yeah.
She's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I can already tell by your tone. Your sarcastic fucking tone.
Yeah, she's totally playable.
Also, that is not how Koichi.
Koichi, are you?
That how you spell her name? I don't think that's how it's pronounced. It looks like Chooch. Not Koichi.
Koichi, are...
Whatever, it doesn't matter. She's dead.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wyneth.
I find it funny how
She has such a cool design.
Honestly, it's just one
I,
thing
fi-
after
I
another.
find it funny how you laugh it off like, yeah, it's whatever, but like, when you get to that part in the story where she goes, like, it might hit you a little bit.
They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know exactly why I'm here.
Oh, it's her sister. Oh, yep. No, she's
Adopted.
definitely
Something
dead.
you wish to report?
Adopted sister, but yes.
She does have a cool design. No vision though,
You have
so.
Man, what happened last night? We could... I just need to borrow Tosca for a few minutes. You come with me.
Inner Zoomer.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo soars. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. But at the end, all that did was strength of will pushed her to survive. It also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the cuckoo soars. Wherever they went, she followed, getting in fights right and left.
For some reason, I'm uncontrolled.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting in fights. So Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing to everyone.
I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But you're fighting 1 minute and your friends the next. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire.
Doesn't look like Miko is around here anywhere.
Paimon
Paimon doesn't see Ayato or Ayaka either. Are we too early? Didn't Ayato say he prepared lodging for everyone at the shrine?
Did you hear? Someone encountered a doppelganger here last night.
A doppelganger? You mean like a doppelganger of themselves? Or someone they know?
You know what they say. Anyone who sees their doppelganger will be replaced by them within 3 days.
That's just a folktale. It's not real.
Doppelgangers? That's a common folk tale in Inazuma, isn't it? Ever heard of it, Traveler? Yeah, it's a pretty famous one, huh? A friend being replaced by a complete stranger?
She's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back.
Also, the timing is a bit too coincidental, don't you think? Could it be related to what we saw last night?
Alright, it's just the two of us
The whole
now.
doppelganger thing sounds kind of like what Sayu was talking about with Bunshin Phantasm. Maybe something went wrong with Kichiboshi's powers? Well, thinking about it isn't going to get us anywhere. Why don't we go check on Sayu's team?
It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
Well,
huh?
technically I
They're
am
not
going
here
abroad,
yet.
right?
Again with the excuses.
That's
Well, if it is
that's not
Sayu
really
we're
an
talking
excuse,
about,
though.
it's definitely possible. Oh, someone's coming. Weird. Is he here to work on the equipment? But he doesn't look like any of the workers we saw yesterday. And it doesn't seem like he's here for the games.
There's absolutely no alternative.
He snuck away again. Do you think he might be...
I don't know what is. And you were just going to sneak into the place without saying anything.
I mean, it's not your decision. Also, I'm kind of not like, I'm glad she dies.
Why do you say that now?
Constantly looking back.
She's kind of being a
calling it
bitch
now.
for
Something
no
fishy is going
reason.
on.
I mean, I get it. I get that, but like...
Good point.
There are
He could be on
some
his way to meet
slight
someone.
valid points,
Let
but
the hunter become the hunted.
She's right. Going into the Night Kingdom when it isn't necessary is kind of stupid.
an unnecessary risk, yeah.
But like...
Reporting back, ma'am. Nothing suspicious
It's
to
not
note
like
at the
she's not
Bunshin
going there for,
Phantasm
like,
booth.
no
It's
reason.
possible there's no connection to the incident from last night.
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always plan on walking in there with my head held high.
You brought up Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like he didn't even try.
What's going on here?
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen.
This isn't important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
Forgive me, ma'am. I have failed as a detective. I did not realize someone was on my tail.
A dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment. It's my duty to say something.
All right.
So,
anything else?
What's going on? What are you investigating? Must be serious if Hazel's involved.
What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it
Huh?
sound like I'm joking?
What orders? You really can't tell us anything?
You need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault.
An astute observation, Trav.
That's not who I am.
What? The Shogun is here?
When you lose control, that's also not who you
You
are.
recognized me with a single glance?
You said it yourself. A person is only as good as they
It matters not. I am certain the person standing before us is our friend. His gaze, his presence, his mastery of several types of elemental energy.
Equally important.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wina prefers his roof attached to his house.
No, please!
That sounds like a threat to me.
Stay away!
Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
So, you're really going to go?
What?
No matter what I say? I'm supposed to be your sister.
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
Chaska. So, that's it. Why'd you have to turn
Though,
out to be
admittedly,
so
Chaska is...
darn annoying?
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
The thing is, I don't have to work
I know
tomorrow,
you
so
aren't
I
related by
am going
blood.
to drink.
You two sure are similar.
You're right. That's a big risk.
No. I said that very thing to Guichi.
The purpose of this festival is to bring humans and yokai together. We cannot allow the culprit to endanger anyone.
But I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister.
Fortunately, no one else has...
Doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
On the contrary, it was my decision. I was unable to
She's
capture the culprit
literally
last
not,
night,
though.
so I
She's
left to
going
discuss a
with
plan with Miko.
They're acting
I
like
did
she's
not show
going to the
myself
Night
once I
Kingdom
saw you were
alone.
safe, and for that, I apologize.
Yeah, but I don't think
speaking
that,
of Miko,
I don't think that
where is she?
information was divulged to the sister.
She is investigating the trace of yokai
I
power
don't know
found at the
why
scene.
not.
Though it fades in and out, it never strays from Mount Yogo.
From the way that this guy is talking, he doesn't even know that everyone here was going to the Night Kingdom. And that it's only Chaska.
Miko is working with the Kamisato siblings to verify the identities of the staff members. They should be done soon. As for the contestants, that inquiry must be performed by someone else.
If only Tone Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like...
The Spirit Speaker Stone might be 2 stones now.
The Tenryou Commission is too conspicuous. But as the judge of the competition, you can ask questions without arousing suspicion.
Okay, so you need us to talk to the teams and see if there's an imposter among us?
Precisely. Traveler, I understand these people are your friends, and it puts you in a difficult position. But if one of them has indeed been displaced by a yokai, they could be in grave danger.
I'll wait here for your safe return.
Thank you. I truly hope the situation is not as grave as it seems.
Bring Kachina's
What are you
name
guys
to
gonna do next?
Mavuika.
Continue to investigate from a distance?
Really, I can't. I can't. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Worry not. Miko and I
God,
discussed
lag.
that issue.
Why is it lagging?
She
There you
claims to
go.
have a plan. The preparations are underway as we speak.
One of her genius plans, huh?
Excuse me.
Indeed. If you learn any details of said plan, I would like to know what I'm getting myself into.
Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the
Okay,
situation?
so where do we start? We need to ask questions to figure out if there's an imposter, but we can't arouse suspicion. So tired. I don't feel rested at all. How come you two have so much energy? Did it used to help even later than me?
Weak. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
Oh, Ian-san, you got screwed over by Mihoyo.
Yeah?
Oh, it's okay. I can push through. Sayu and Yoimiya seem the same as ever. Kichibushi, too. How should we test them?
You have so much on your plate. So much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
Oh, good idea! Doppelgangers only mimic appearances. They wouldn't know about someone's past. Let's give it a try. What is this place?
Wait for Yellow Fur!
Good eye. This is where I store all the
Yeah,
various
well,
mementos
the
I've
traveler's
collected.
judging this thing, so we can't slack
I've
off.
never seen this place
right?
before. There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe.
Yeah. If the people in charge are here early, that usually means there's been some kind of emergency.
Everyone grows up
Oh,
listening
no,
to the
it's just
stories of heroes.
the traveler really wanted to
Items
see
do a far
you.
better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free to take a look around in the meantime. If you're curious about an item,
well,
I'm more than willing to tell you about its origin.
Your game! Playing your game yesterday? Brought up a whole bunch of old memories. So we wanted to come early to reminisce about old times. You know, because you might be busy later and stuff.
Whoa, that belt is bigger
White
than
fur
my head.
acting super
The
strange.
Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of strength. This belt is a symbol of great honor within the tribe.
So when we get the Collective of Plenty, Musculo kill those?
Probably.
Or probably not. Probably Twig fucking arms.
The
I mean-
association with strength might also have been the reason the original
We will be
Marinara?
seeing Collection of Plenty most likely in next patch. Because
Oh yeah.
Yansan was drip marketed.
White pussy wrestler chick.
Yeah.
And even if a warrior had the strength to put it on,
Good
wearing it for any
banana.
length of time would still be
Sumeru,
cast into
huh? The dreams there are supposed to be
So
special.
the owner of the original
Did
belt,
you witness a
Tara,
dream or
commissioned a
something?
craftsman to make a copy
Maybe it could
identical in
give us some
appearance but far lighter in
inspiration,
weight.
and we wouldn't
That
have
is
to
the belt
think
you see
so
before you.
much.
He would often wear this version when training in order to protect his waist.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it off.
Alright. I was just wondering what kind of dream it was, that's all.
Do they have anything to do with alchemy?
No, those belong to the masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Waya. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor. The tools you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated, so she passed them on to me. The contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh, except the big jar in the middle. That's what you really wanted to give me.
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's inside?
Grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now.
Whoa, this weapon is huge! Which tribe did it belong to?
Oh, we should get out of your
That
fur
weapon belonged to
hair
Teenage,
then.
a hero
Good luck,
from
everyone!
500 years ago.
Bye, Wafer. Bye, Yellowfur. Come back and play.
That's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out, he'd already been exiled.
Exiled?
It was a punishment imposed out of necessity, but he accepted
Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? You don't even realize it until someone brings up the past.
The tribes found themselves in urgent need of a powerful figure to lead them into the battle, and there was no one more courageous or resolute than him. He united 6 tribes and accomplished great feats throughout the war. Ultimately, he perished, and because he had already lost his ancient name, the Ode of Resurrection was unable to bring him back. And so, he was laid to rest.
Oh yeah, totally! It was... Anyway, Paimon didn't pick up... let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way. Paimon saw Tom...
Indeed. Even now, his story is told throughout the land.
Stab Toma.
Hey, Toma! We were hoping to learn a bit more about the philosophy behind your game. Is now a good time?
This is Atea's talisman.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already.
Philosophy?
Atea was rarely ever without it. The talisman brought her a lot of luck in battle.
Boss can explain that one.
Boss and Shosei were up super late last night coming up with ideas.
And he's back at it this morning, as energetic as ever.
Hey, there's a fishing rod
Boss is
here.
the best!
It must belong to the people of the springs.
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matsubaru. I have his entire set of fishing equipment, actually.
Time for an interview.
He told me about a particular kind of giant
Interview?
and his meticulous plan to catch it. In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon
Hold
which
on!
he staked
You
his
can't just ask a simple question, Traveler. Watch and learn.
The next time I saw him,
We'd love to learn more about your design approach and strategic vision. What will be the project's main draw, and how will it deliver emotional value to your players?
Sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep-sea fishing again. Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch? That's what he asked me in the end.
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the prize itself. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste, so he gave them to me.
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Impressive! And completely
Maybe
over
we can
Paimon's
go
head.
head-to-head sometime.
Okay, I think that's it in terms of
Nice one, boss!
stuff that's in here in terms
Fixer
of
is a
dialogue.
The powder still needs some time to settle.
Whoa,
So let's wait a little longer.
not a single stumper.
Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of Matland's culture now?
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natland's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
Yes,
That's
Boss
right.
Toma!
The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among
Well,
the tribes.
Toma's answers were all
demonstrate the true
very
shape of
genuine.
time.
Paimon didn't notice anything un-Toma-like about them. Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night.
Perceive time as a linear concept.
If you think about when we saw the nightmare creature, the timing doesn't match up. Kozo and his 2 friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting
one that I
weird.
believe to be closer to the truth.
So,
Namely,
we're back at
that the
square one.
present, and future
That just leaves
all
Kokomi's
exist at
team, right?
once.
Guess we should check them out.
Once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important? Exactly. Even at the
Staring
end of
into
your
my
journey,
eyes is
things you
ill-advised.
experienced along
I
the
can't
way
promise
don't
you'll
cease
like
to
what you
exist.
see.
They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination.
White
The
fur and
future
yellow
is
fur
the
are
same.
here early.
It exists,
You're here
even though
alone?
it has yet to come to pass.
Huh.
We just lack the
Where are
means to
Kokomi and the others?
Don't know about Great Yokai, but Soul Lady is behind you.
They simply call it by a different name. Fate.
Soul Lady?
You're quite familiar with that
as in
concept, I would
Soul of
imagine.
the Deep. Wait, did you say behind us?
Makes sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
Kokomi!
Humanity excels
A little
at
warning
living in
next
the
time.
present. But too often we forget the past and neglect the future. While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine.
Energy? Oh, the numbers you write in your diary.
He was a mortal man
In a
with no
tree?
special power.
Dry
After he
berry?
ascended to the divine throne, he used it to borrow power from
Oh,
the heavens and establish
sorry.
the rules of Natlan.
I wouldn't use the term
Yobukoban is a
borrow.
criminal? No, of
More
course
like
not. You're in the clear.
Stole the power
In the
of
clear.
the fucking
Is
Pyro
good?
Dragon.
Good.
Namely, a framework.
What about
through which
Mizuki?
ordinary
Where did she
people
go?
can ascend to archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken.
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Significant knowledge and memory
Miko and Mizuki.
After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
Hello, traveler. Paimon.
It all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules.
Yes, I left the rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan.
Family portrait?
At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to note.
Yes. That's my mother,
That
father,
means
sister,
the
and
culprit
little
didn't manage to
Soren
sneak in. That's a relief.
I just had the wolf thought when I saw this family
Just
portrait.
like that, you let down your guard.
Damn,
and all
her
it
dad's
took
hot.
was for me to wear her face.
Damn, dude.
I turned a piece of my dad's leather
The
armor
culprit!
into a canvas and
It's
commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute.
Oh, greedy little thing.
You are really
I thought we
close.
agreed on 20.
Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an
Oh,
ordinary
it's getting
person, but
harder and
this
harder to
portrait
tease you, traveler.
kinda makes sense now.
Can you stop with the teasing then?
Doesn't look like
Even
there was
I'm
anything
reaching my
special
limit.
about you before. Oh,
500 years and you're still not used to it?
A little late
Sounds
for that
like you need
question,
more
don't you think?
practice.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running on fumes.
It's all right. I'd never get upset over something like that. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity.
Investigated the Shogunate officials' nightmares. Analyzed the traces of yokai power around Mount Yogo. Oh, and worked on some new game stages, of course.
All in one night?
How often you get to see
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the Mikawa Flower Festival. But I also wanted to do my best for my part of the festival.
and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together.
Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Compared to that, complaining about one night of hard work is a little unreasonable, don't you think?
Troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
You're very
Isn't that what
persuasive,
being a
Kokomi.
family is all about?
It would seem you also have a talent for clinical
I
psychology.
think about that story a lot, actually.
I'll leave it to you two
As the
then.
Archon, I made a vow to defend
Sweet
this nation.
dreams.
And experiences like that, They remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty
Mizuki really
old.
cares
Your
about the
sister must be all
festival,
grown up
huh?
right now, right?
She's putting so much pressure on herself.
I believe she ended up
Perhaps she's
working as an
reminded of the
architect,
festivals of
an
the past when I was just a kid,
She built
and
many
Mizuki a
houses
young
and
Baku.
crafted many
We would
beautiful
rush
works of
past the
art.
other yokai, desperate to get the first piece of
That's
fried
enough about
tofu
me.
from the ramen stand.
Powder settled.
I love how,
It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years.
because we know her family's
You
dead,
know,
right?
there's something
because
to be
of her
said for knowing when to
travels.
keep your mouth shut,
Whose?
little one. Well, enough about the
Margarita's.
past. We must focus on the matter at
Yes,
hand.
most
But you
definitely.
didn't notice
with the fact
anything
that she's
suspicious,
from
right?
so
That should mean
long
the
in the
culprit
past.
didn't
100 years
sneak in.
ago.
That's one
Or something.
possibility.
Uh,
The other
oh,
is that the
100 or
culprit's
something.
transformation is even more convincing than we imagined. In that case, we need a
kinda
detective with a
like
more professional skill set.
how
Or we need to find a way to provoke them and get their facade to crack.
Paimon
that
and a
sounds
traveler
dangerous.
aren't catching
If the
on
culprit is
that
deep in disguise, a
this
slight
entire
provocation won't completely
conversation
expose them.
Margarita has been using
What we need is
past
to
tense
create reasonable
roles.
doubt. Make the culprit question whether their cover is blown. As
Like,
they
I
hesitate over whether
believe
to make
she
some kind
ended
of
up,
last
not she
stand. That
is.
is our chance. Oh, A didn't tell you? Allow me to show you.
But she also isn't just saying, yeah, they'll
Ladies and
dead,
gentlemen,
because
on
that's not
behalf
how
of the
she would,
Mikawa Flower Festival, it is my honor to announce
really
an esteemed guest from
say that or
Tenshukaku has
something.
agreed to take part in this year's festival. Please welcome Her Excellency,
like,
the
my father
almighty
made
Narukami
that's a
Ogosho, God
past
of
tense
Thunder.
word, not he makes.
Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
So this was your plan, Miko?
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. Paimon can't believe she agreed to that.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again? Kachina, are you okay? Huh?
Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless questions.
They're playing tricks on me again. It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back. Everyone, you have to listen to me.
Oh right, there's
I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire
you're
time.
nearing a part that I didn't like.
A Wyab is being affected by the abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina.
Another day of hard work. Where did the time go?
Stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better.
Almighty Shogun! Glory to your everlasting reign! I mean, welcome, welcome.
This doll looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
Ah, you must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
I see. Yet, You remind me of someone. A Doshin from the Tenryou Commission.
Oh.
Coming for you, and that's fine. I don't know
What are you looking at, eh?
been feeding you, but I'll tell you something
The food
right now.
offerings.
Nobody here
Although
is
this vendor seems...
You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause
Working?
and recognition you deserve.
Ah. I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
Of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities. I'll take 3 orders of Dongo milk.
Right away.
3 orders? So Paimon gets one too?
Yes. I wanted to thank you for accompanying me. Without you by my side, I imagine the people here would be on edge even now. I have my reasons for being here, of course, but I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere.
No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Indeed.
So close, we can't
The Mikawa Flower Festival. Hundreds of years have passed since I last partook of the festivities. Much is different this time. The people, the place, the games. Yet, the name endures, and the joy of celebration along with it. I suppose that, in itself, is a form of eternity.
Traveler, Paimon. And the almighty Shogun?
Oh, Mizuki! Looks like you got some much-needed rest.
Yume Mizuki. Thank you for your aid earlier.
Of course. I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmares is no small feat. You honor the legacy of the Yumeku Ippaku.
So not even Mizuki could fix it? What's going on with this nightmare creature?
Let's get going.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support.
Let's save the difficult questions for later.
How did she lose
Actually,
her power?
I came here to
She
ask
put
you
it
something.
into the,
Want to come to
flame.
the Isa bathhouse with me?
Why?
Most of the contestants will be there. Oh, and don't worry about payment. It's my treat.
That won't
Really? Yes, let's go!
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, if a human for the Pyro Archon can
Well,
ascend
game
the
development
Divine
isn't
Throne,
easy. Most of the contestants are
what
exhausted and could use a
happens
break. You've been under a
if the
lot of pressure
person
yourselves
wields
with the
a
investigation and
vision
all. So I
that
thought you might like to join.
isn't a Pyro
Right, Traveler?
I will remain here.
vision?
You know,
I rarely have time away from
you're asking the
Tenchukaku,
right questions
and I would like to
the
continue
wrong
perusing
person.
the stalls.
Oh, that's too bad.
Because I don't even know that.
Because I'm pretty sure in LoL it actually is explained
I almost forgot.
that
Miko wanted to
Mavuika
talk to you,
didn't
Traveler.
have
I'll take you to
a
her first.
Pyro
Oh?
vision.
Well, why don't we all go?
Again,
Almighty Shogun, your Dongo milk is ready.
Oh, delicious.
even if
No need,
it
Shogun.
was, I
Miko
don't
just had
remember
some
it.
quick things to go over with the judges.
I guess
That's
it
all.
would,
You and
because it's a
Paimon can wait
divine
here.
throne.
It
I
will
guess
only
it
be a
would
minute.
just, like, change.
Try and stop me!
Oh god, why is it lagging? That's a rock formation I can break. And that's a common chest.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Wanna split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
All right, now we can talk freely.
So we're underneath Natland right now? It looks nothing like Paimon
I think
was
something's
imagining.
off with the Shogun.
Because in the distant
You've been
past,
with her the whole day.
Natland was home to a
Have you
incredibly
noticed
advanced
anything?
civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own
Up
society
close,
after the fall of the
sometimes it's hard to see the whole picture. I think something is troubling her.
Wait, you mean like the Elemental Sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again. So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to...
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
I've witnessed a lot of cases where patients, for a variety of reasons, are unwilling or unable to seek help. Unfortunately, that only exacerbates the problem. Until their emotions become so heavy, even the strongest of people collapse under the weight. I see those warning signs in the Shogun. Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy.
That goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach.
Anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. That's where you come in, Traveler.
I design nutrition plans as well.
So basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster.
Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them more guarded. But don't worry, you'll still have my help.
Paimon feels like the two of us might not
Here,
see eye to eye.
with these 2 special
Oh,
coupons,
no,
you can get into
Eon
Isa Bathhouse after closing.
Oh,
Then,
I'm
this is what you're
following
gonna do.
in terms of what I eat.
Finally, you're back! Paimon's had 2 servings of Dango milk already!
Sorry for the wait. It sounds like the Traveler has other plans, Paimon. So we'll head to the bathhouse on our own.
Let's go. Show no mercy.
Huh? You're not coming?
Let the world collide! Go in it! Here's the echoes at the valley. Light it up! Incinerate! Wrath from the sky! Incinerate!
Okay. Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg! Whoa. Place we need to go seems really high up.
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up.
Yeah.
What makes you say that? If my presence makes them nervous or impedes their ability to relax, does that not defeat the purpose of going to the hot springs? I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone needs is more distractions. As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate for another 100 years with no issue. Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, naturally, that person should be me. What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will.
Let's light it up! Bring it! Let the mountain streams boil! Wrath from the sky! Full throttle! Teamwork is trick! Light of the blazing sun!
What clever verbal tricks, Traveler. It appears you've been spending too much time with Miko.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it. Easy for you to say.
Paimon, shut the fuck up. You can fly.
You think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? I wouldn't be so sure.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. One ripped open by the Abyss.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar. And also foreign.
We actually have to go in there?
Persistent indeed.
Just needs to psych herself up.
Very well.
Push her through
As you
before she's
proposed, we shall set out at midnight.
Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom. It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories. That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
What could the children be up to?
It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Well, shall we head out?
Right in front of us. So that's coming from
All
up
right.
there?
No reason to delay.
It's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it?
Ah, steam replete with the scent of orchids. Water that turns the complexion a blushing pink.
All we need to do is find
So, this is a hot spring.
Exactly.
Yes, there are royal hot springs near Tenshukaku, but the plans were set in motion only after Hiragi Hiroshi introduced the Snezhnayan blast furnace to Inazuma, and that was 500 years ago. When the project was complete, I was already in the plain of Euthymia. And naturally, the body of the Shogun has no need for such luxuries. The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Kitsune Saigu. Although mere mortals, those who managed to survive back then were special individuals indeed.
sensed a mysterious power calling out to me.
What makes you say that?
It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble pieces of who I used to be.
Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. Even I find myself divulging more than intended. You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a nightmare engulfed Inazuma. On a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces, creatures capable of possessing people and trapping them in nightmares. Even the Yumeko Ibaku could do nothing to wake them. Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance of survival was slim. In the face of certain death, surely a nightmare is nothing to fear. But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, it would become a waking nightmare instead. The person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war, and every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. And every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. That is a far more painful nightmare, both for the person in question and those around them.
Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. Let's try it.
Yes. I unleashed Muso no Hitotachi and struck her down. No need. I have no regrets. I know it was the right decision, both for Inazuma's sake and her own. If necessary, I would do it again. Well, it's about time you two showed yourselves, yes? You've listened in long enough.
Oh. Before you say anything, this part wasn't me.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag, how about a hot spring tea party?
Hey!
Ah, nice and warm. No wonder the hot springs relaxed your inhibitions, eh?
So who came up with this idea? I want the truth.
I guess both of us?
Well, I happened to consult a certain clinical psychologist about how to get an old friend to open up. In her expert opinion, doing something new with a trusted companion in a new environment can make someone less guarded. Looks like it worked like a charm.
It's one thing to trust that Miko has good intentions, but would you let your guard down around her?
Your concern is misplaced. I kept these matters to myself because I was unsure whether this incident is connected to the past, and I did not want to interfere with the investigation. If the investigation reached an impasse, or new clues pointed to the nightmare from back then, naturally, I would have discussed this intel with you.
Intel, huh? It appears you still don't understand why I wanted you to open up in the first place.
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intent.
Sounds like it came from outside. Let's check it out.
Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place.
Oh no! Someone's unconscious!
It seems different in some respects. Step back and allow me to examine her.
What's going on?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we
Almighty
take care of these
Shogun!
monsters.
What happened just now? What frightened you?
Let's go.
Shogun,
Time to shine.
It's all right. With the Shogun here, nothing can hurt you. Just take a deep breath and tell us what happened.
I almost fainted again just now.
You're here.
Yes.
Finally here.
I was on my way to your restaurant. And as I was crossing the bridge, I saw someone staring at me from behind a tree.
The Wyap's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of
It was
sight
hard to
until
make
you
out their
found me.
appearance in the dark, but I had a bad feeling.
Had a girl.
So I tried to get a closer look in the moonlight.
You weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back now?
It was me!
Actually, I have a request. Will you
In
come
that
visit the
moment,
Wyap with
I
me?
thought about how people who see their doppelganger usually end up dead, and I fainted from the shock. I don't remember anything after that.
Resurrection.
A doppelganger
And I
in
know it has
Inazuma
something
City.
to do with the
But
contamination
we
of
only
the
detected
abyss.
traces of the nightmare around Mount Yogo.
Theory as well.
I heard that people encountered doppelgangers at Mount Yogo too!
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6
Could it be
main
the work of some terrible yokai?
You can think of them like the body of each Wyap. Additional totem poles like the ones around here.
Now that we have an understanding of the situation, why don't I take you to the police station to file a report?
There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom.
Okay.
The Wyap can extend their consciousness over the entire realm.
The situation is getting worse. If the doppelganger is limited to the festival grounds, that's one thing. But appearing on a random street in Inazuma City...
Judging by
On the
current
bright
situation,
side, the victim seems okay this time.
one contaminated proxy.
Bad news, Shogun!
Back the abyssal power from one of them.
A Tenryo Commission official? What's wrong?
Another victim! At the festival! Kappa! Kappa is trapped in a nightmare!
What?
I agree.
But Sara and the others were keeping watch.
The monster that's been hunting Kachina.
Make haste. Back to Mount Yogo at
Might
once.
slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong? Nothing. Just a... and that voice again.
Kappa!
telling me to
Kappa!
abandon the Wyap.
Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Maybe we really should leave. Mizuki,
Kachina's already been here for
Traveler,
too long.
finally you're back!
No, I'm fine. I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. Just up ahead.
Now is not the time to cast blame.
Besides, I can
Did
still
anyone
fight.
witness the attack?
Please, help me out a little longer. Listen to me, Kachina.
We split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew, he was on the
Because he has
ground.
something to prove. You don't have anything to prove
Oh,
either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there. All right. The sooner we get this done.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
How is he, Mizuki?
Stay here and try to stall the abyss monster.
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare. It's almost like he's not there at all.
The yokai! It must be getting stronger!
If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure
Kappa!
you're not really following the plan.
Please don't die!
So go. Achieve your goal. Return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything. You're a true hero.
No. It was I who underestimated the enemy. I who allowed us to continue the festival despite the potential dangers. Sara, what is the status of the other contestants and staff?
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you
Oh,
walk.
I need to heal my units.
I'm fine.
Good.
I'm fine.
By decree of the Shogun, I declare that the Mikawa Flower Festival is...
Wait.
What is it, Miko?
You're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the people, but I urge you to think this through, or we risk playing into the enemy's hand. Considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you truly believe that what we're facing now is just a nightmare?
Explain.
Call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoin could shed some light. I believe there's been a break in the case.
Wyatt? Wyatt! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you.
My knee went pop.
Wyatt? Can you hear me? Wyatt? So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the Wyatt from answering our calls. Alright, get ready, everyone.
Okay, this is the part that I did not like, Brandon.
Huh?
The part that you're on right now.
What part am I on?
No, I know what part you're on, but I'm saying you're nearing the part that I
doesn't
didn't
sound
like.
right. I need to think about this some more.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed Malcolm?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril. No, the power of the abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your lives.
Kappa is made of wood?
Of all-encompassing power.
No wonder I couldn't sense the nightmare.
I see. So the doppelganger infiltrated the festival as Kappa and is currently hiding in Inazuma City. Is that correct?
They possess no power at all. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird.
Ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak?
It's a Bakedaniki tail!
Give me your hand.
Kikaku! Kikaku! Run!
Tatsunosuke?
Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Oh my god.
They're getting away!
Because I'm not alone anymore.
Aren't you supposed to be in Inazuma City?
And leave you two by yourselves?
Comforting ideals don't
That's
have any
not the
power.
Tanuki way!
You also couldn't be more wrong.
No
You never have to
fighting!
work for your
Let's
own
go!
strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
Who fucking cares?
Bakedaniki! Those little terrors! Come on, let's go after them!
We have to stand before you and not back down.
Paimon's had enough of these things! What even are they? More Bakedaniki tricks?
And in our well said.
You can probably hear me skipping the dialogue, can't you?
Yeah. From time to time, yes.
Nothing's working! The humans are catching up!
More than two of us
Little rascals!
like this.
Stop running!
You wish!
There are many in that land who can beat us when we're together.
Transform! Stupid humans won't be able to recognize
This is
us!
just power friendship. Oh,
You
you
can't
don't
see me.
understand the power
You
of
can't see
friendship.
me. I'm up on fire.
You didn't have the wolf for your
Tatsunosuke, you
power, therefore you
idiot!
don't have any
Don't
true
tell them
power
that.
at all because you don't understand what true power
Transform!
means.
They're gone again!
Oh, fucking
what are they
anime
this time?
bullshit.
Some kind of stone or a
Moles and
brick?
shit. Actually, it's not even moles. It's fucking Self-righteous bullshit.
Kichiro, protect us!
Save us, Sukuma!
But why is he taking so much damage? Oh my god, this really is the power friendship bullshit.
We're almost rid of them.
I do not understand how to use Mualani.
And now you see why I said I hated that area, because at that point Mualani was still new.
Tengu is a cheater!
And so is Kachina, so trying to use characters that you don't even fucking know how to use at all.
Tengu! Why are you helping the humans? Tengu is a yokai!
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans!
Fantastic work, Kachina.
Shogun sent people to steal our land! Shogun is bad!
Oh my god.
We really are unstoppable.
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Our ancient name?
My ancient name is Glowing.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home!
And the Mikawa Flower Festival! Shogun is making yokai serve the humans!
Serve the humans? He's not talking about the game development, is he?
Shogun even forced Great Baku Yokai to work all night!
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Especially in a place so
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
seeing you pull it
stay
off
back!
was really something.
Humans want to enslave us again!
Hold on. Something's not right. We should try a different approach.
No need. I know what's wrong. They're trapped in a nightmare.
What are you doing? Trying to put Tetsunosuke to work?
Kinkaku doesn't want to stay up all night.
Servitude, enslavement, these might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings to us, but that is their reality right now. A world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So they're sleepwalking? How do we wake them up?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path! Kinkaku will die before serving you!
Truly?
What are you doing? No, don't!
The humans are everywhere. We can't hide forever.
How long have we been hiding? 100 years? 500 years? No idea. If Yoroi was still around, he would remember. Shh, quiet! Someone's coming.
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be exceptional.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area. By order of the Shogun.
By order of the Shogun, we are to exterminate all yokai that cross our path.
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work their own land.
We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to.
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is going to the development fund.
Oh yeah, the festival for humans. And...
The festival for humans, and humans alone. The yokai have had their fun. It's our turn now.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right? Then the little monkeys can dance for us until they die!
No! How could they do that?
Quiet, or they'll catch us.
I hear your voice, Kachina.
I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer. Name upon someone like me.
What?
But it's
What is that?
I'll keep searching within myself for the
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, I need help over here!
You are already an outstanding.
Hold on! We're coming!
No matter what you are all children.
The yokai and the humans are unconscious?
Your ancient name is just that.
The same thing happened to all of them?
Chose to name you Kachina. I also
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
need not define you.
This yokai can speak!
You are already.
No, if we don't make it to the Mikawa Flower Festival, Boss Tama will be so upset. Boss Tama will eat us.
Just like your parents.
The humans are coming for us. We're gonna lose our home. What do we do?
The Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards
We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival. We scare the humans away, and then they won't come.
the situation here is getting worse.
But how do we get into the festival?
I know we've never met before, Wyatt.
Boss Toma is the best!
How about we turn into those 3 yokai?
We're out of time. It's the power of the abyss. Quick, we need to run. Traveler! Traveler!
Are you all right, Traveler?
Where are we?
Oh god, I actually have to warn her.
The nightmare is gone. You purified it.
Humans! And a bunch of yokai!
The Mikawa Flower Festival! The humans are gonna... They're gonna... What were they gonna do?
The opening in the sky! It's closing! We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here. Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle! Oh, that explains all the Boss Toma this and Boss Toma that. That was the only thing they could imitate. Wait a second. Hitotsume Kozo and the others should be Akitsuyuge experts. But this time, Toma did all the work. I can't believe we missed something so suspicious. Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is Hazel level.
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these Bake Danuki have been in hiding for 500 years. Sounds like they know Ioroi, too. Why don't we ask him? It's not far.
The protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Hazo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the nightmare remains. I will handle the meeting with Ioroi myself.
You've done well. Now come home.
Ioroi, we're back!
Oh, keep it down. Bringing all these people at this hour. Don't you know even statues need to sleep? Shogun! I bow bow before thee. No, wait, shoot, I'm still a statue. What should I...
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a Naku-weed from the Imperial Garden, A nearly split him in two, Yashiori Island style.
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome kitsune.
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything. It is my honor to answer.
Suck up.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Yoroi! The humans really did kill you!
Your body is stoned!
Huh? I am not dead.
Not dead? The Kitsune spoke the truth?
I'll let her explain everything.
This smell is Yoroi! Yoroi is alive!
Traveler,
Yoroi?
why don't
Humans
you,
really did seal you away.
Wait, this must be
observe
Kinkaku.
some of
Kinkaku and Tetsunosuke. You weren't sealed away?
abyssal corruption? Are you just
When the
not gonna
humans,
take
Kamuna
that?
Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
We ran and hid. The humans searched and searched. So many friends couldn't move. Our yokai powers were getting weaker.
So we decided to escape the human just as the great Baketanuki Tsukumo taught us, by digging a hole in the ground! That's when we uncovered a horn filled with yokai power! It was the will of the great Baketanuki Gichiro made manifest! It restored our power! And then we made the human go, oh, oh, ching, tung, yeah, yeah, oh, and by, oh, ting, tune, yeah, you mean? We tricked him and ran.
So, you didn't actually beat him up at all?
We've been using the horn to hide ever since. But there are too many humans. It's getting harder to hide.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? The reason the Baketanuki are so afraid of humans? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means the Baketanuki have been trapped inside this state of anxiety for 500 years.
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external power is against the Tanuki path.
We strayed from the path?
But the horn helped us hide from the humans. The humans tried to take our land.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question. Whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether, or attempt to reach a mutually beneficial agreement, a peaceful resolution was always the goal.
Oh, really?
Want to know something? I
Wait, that is what the humans said back then, isn't it?
Want to know how else?
By order
I
of the
would know
Shogun,
she
if
isn't
yokai live here,
playable?
we need to discuss the proposal.
If you actually look at her shirt,
Kinkaku,
and her,
Tetsunosuke.
jacket she has
Not all
on,
humans
her
are bad.
shirt is like
Yellow
so
fur over there helped me a
low-tech
great
shirt,
deal, you know.
and like almost like one.
Besides, the
shirt compared to
Baketanuki
everyone
were only
else's,
sealed
that's
away back
playable.
then because Ioroi stole that comb.
Yoroi? It's a thief? Yoroi got what he deserved.
How was I to know? It was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku. I gave it back, didn't I?
So the humans were mean for no reason?
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded the match. Anyway, the point is, neither side is bad.
There he goes again, changing the subject when it makes him look bad.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
All the nations of Tibet were
So,
invaded by the abyss.
It was all a nightmare.
Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted
500 years in hiding? For nothing.
It was a 500-year-long game of hide and seek. What's so bad about that? Besides, you won.
Huh?
Even then,
We won? Go us! We're even better than Eoroy!
Hey, my game of hide and seek isn't over yet.
Wow, the mind of Abake Danaki is something else. Still so cheerful even after all that.
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare and prevented them from causing any real harm. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to? A horn buried under Mount Yogo.
We would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world, with the body of a tiger and the tail of a serpent, until she tore the creature apart from within. Thus she earned the name Chio the Tigerbite, or Tora Chio.
I don't think Chio would like that name. Though she escaped the belly of the beast alive, that battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish dream from reality.
And it was you. Huh? But that doesn't make any sense.
The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yogo. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself. I suspect that is when the horn in question was buried there.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bake Danuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes from Chio's nightmare.
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a Jibakure.
Because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the
An
Pyro Archons
earthbound
that came
spirit.
after the war had to
They
rebuild the
move through the ley
decimated
lines,
tribes.
but are also bound by them.
Reunite the people,
That's
and
why the
restore
traces of this
strength each
entity
tribe's
appeared
lion.
intermittently
Once a
and
tribe was
never
back to its
outside of
full
Mount
strength,
Yogo.
the tribe's
It
lion
would
was
seem the
selected
fragment
as
of this
hero,
nightmare is no different
indicating
from the
the
one
tribe
back
was
then.
once again
It
ready
hates
for
all
war.
joy and every
The
good thing
chosen
in
would
this
then
world.
stand by my side
The
in defense
investigation
of our
team working
nation,
for a better
just
future
like great heroes of
attacked.
old,
Hitotsume
500
Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand, attacked.
The chosen? Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the
the same
playtesting.
one held by the hero from your tribe 500
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat.
after your adventure. in the
Or
Night Kingdom.
perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationality remains, that it cannot defeat you.
You always knew who the
But
lion were going to pick from
sooner
each
or
tribe?
later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding, and it will move to strike its enemies. When Chio set her sights on a target, she was never one to waver.
Oh.
But both possibilities prove something. Nightmare fragments can be defeated, and an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power of Muso Ishin.
There's really no other way?
Mikoshi Chio is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains. The living must take precedent over the memory of the dead.
My presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Jalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Yansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their name. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories.
Oh, who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
But we have less than a year.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor Bake Danuki friends.
Huh? What does that have to do with us?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bake Danuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of our poor friends along with it?
But the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny
I beseech you, Almighty Shogun, spare the young ones. It was just a momentary... oh, no. A 500-year-long lapse in judgment.
Miko, you speak the truth?
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered similar cases during their extensive travels.
Well,
I can only trust in the
Oh!
judgment of Goliath. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone.
Yes.
In fact,
During my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
that we managed to get this.
Then, what would you propose? This nightmare fragment is a constant threat to Inazuma. Should all other options fail, I will take action.
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare, then the most logical option is to get rid of the nightmare itself.
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare, Mizuki?
The Yumekui Baku already tried that 500 years ago. Even yesterday, when faced with the corruption of the nightmare, Mizuki could only mitigate the effects.
What was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think Mizuki has the right idea. If we cannot eradicate the nightmares directly, why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions. Combat nightmares with dreams.
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions, and they happen to be right in front of us.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't see them anywhere!
By burning those items, I was able to activate
Maybe they're hiding as trees? Or the wind?
Fools! The Kitsune is clearly referring to the Bake Danuki. Tetsunosuke, Kinkaku, must you be so dense?
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to distinguish from the real world.
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses.
I'm so sorry.
If we want to give the Bake Danuki an opportunity to strike, I assume you have a plan, Miko?
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare, already broken and vulnerable. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
Oh, she just usually doesn't compliment me to my face. But Miko's right. If we work together, I'm confident we can put together a ritual to subdue the nightmare fragment.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Luckily for us, we have two formidable warriors on our side. Our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat. I'm sure the two of you can buy us some time.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines, its movements are unpredictable. If we're going to create a barrier, how can we be sure it appears where we want?
The solution to that is obvious. If the nightmare fragment despises all sources of joy and happiness, then naturally a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure, an enemy that must be annihilated at all costs.
So, if we want to lure it out,
It's important to stay calm.
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare to finishing one's work right before the deadline?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But I agree. The Mikawa Flower Festival is the most plausible target. Once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plane of Euthymia immediately. I will not put the people in danger. Traveler, I ask that you join me there so we can subdue the enemy together.
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start the preparations for the ritual. I'll need your help, Mizuki. It's going to be a busy night.
looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea. Oh, and don't forget, you need to finish a Little Fox's Daydream as well.
And in a surprising twist, you were my nightmare all along.
Traveler, during the battle tomorrow, it is imperative you know your limits. If the enemy proves too much to handle, leave them to me. I know. I understand your concerns, just as you know mine. We need not say any more than that. Just get some rest and prepare yourself for the battle to come. One more thing. Thank you.
All right, it's finally time for the festival. Hopefully everything goes okay. Do you think everyone completed their games? Let's go check it out.
Remarkably efficient, Ayato. How are things with the Tenryo Commission?
Oh, you're all here!
The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I've faced in battle many times. If that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution.
Well, it's a relief to have you all in our corner.
We'll never know absolution. Then my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to
Those...
because you knew you could convince
I'm sure you'll run into her as you walk around. Oh, and just a reminder, you need to select the best game later tonight. Most importantly, don't forget to enjoy yourself. We need this event to be as joyful as possible if we want the plan to work. Once you're done experiencing the festival, you should check in with A.
Rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Ah, Captain! Swordfish 2, salute!
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as a Pyro Archon again?
To be honest, some Watatsumi Islanders aren't too concerned about the festival or the safety of Narukami Island.
But if they knew it was for the captain of Swordfish 2, I'm confident everyone would be here in a heartbeat.
Expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support.
Huh. I never considered that
We
angle.
will do everything we can to
You
reach
possess
the tribe.
wisdom beyond your years, Kokomi. On par with a certain other shrine maiden I know.
All do our
Mizuki! Did you get any sleep at all?
I'm fine. Sometimes you need to push past your mental limits to unleash your full potential. I've seen that many times in my line of work.
I imagine
I will. The good news is, the ritual is all set. That means the festival can proceed, and we can focus on realizing our vision. As for the more pressing matter, once the nightmare fragment appears, we will begin the ritual, but it needs time to take effect. You and the Shogun are the only ones who can subdue the enemy until then. Do you remember what I told you yesterday, before you left for Isa Bathhouse? Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy. Good. I trust you won't let the Shogun shoulder this alone. Not anymore.
If that's your decision, you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natland!
No one.
The Arataki!
Not your fault. Bakedanuki are powerful.
The rules are my legacy. They shall
Wrong
grant us the
Horoni.
strength to overcome the next tragedy.
By the way,
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
Don't you think this puzzle is a bit too complicated? If we make this small adjustment, it'd be a lot easier to understand, don't you think?
you're right. I never thought about it that way.
That is Natland's fire, the lifeblood of our
Oh, no. You two did all the hard work. You made it easy for me. Oh, when did you get here?
Just now! Seems like you're a natural, Ayaka. A real game developer at heart, huh?
Oh, you remember that. Well, Brother had everything covered, so I asked Yoimiya if she could use a hand. I'm just glad I didn't turn out to be an inconvenience.
In a jam? Because jam is sticky, and we got stuck. Not that kind of jam. But it doesn't matter. We just need to get this done.
Traveler, Lady Guji told me about the upcoming battle. As I understand it, this is an extremely dangerous endeavor, and the rest of us can only help from the sidelines. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Be careful.
Well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
I'm tired already.
Ah, it's you. Before battle, it is imperative to calm the mind. If you have unfinished business, see to that now.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first
Then,
met, but now
come meditate with me.
Maybe it seems seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason.
Since leaving the plane of Euthymia, I seem to experience this feeling more and more, whether in the markets of Inazuma or before the sacred Sakura.
Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So what you're saying is...
No, it may not be a bad thing. In the plane of Euthymia, I could not perceive the consequences of my choices, but that did not preclude their impact. It is only natural that I would feel their effect one day.
That's all I wanted.
Even a god cannot sever the link between cause and effect. I have come to realize that isolating oneself from all engagement is no way to reach a true state of euthymia. I will not unleash Muso no Hitotachi this time. I can only support you in the battle ahead, using illusion against illusion, dream against nightmare. The ultimate success of this plan comes down to you, Traveler.
Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of this.
Paimon, shut the fuck up.
Did we do it?
The Arataki Gang rule!
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior,
Prepare yourself, Traveler. All right, follow me.
Honestly, I don't care about Kachina. I'll be honest.
Same.
Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you.
I had no choice. My friend invited me.
To think, there would be a day when we would fight in the plain of Euthymia, side by side. Be on your guard, Traveler.
What was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Katsina
God of Thunder, heed our call.
That after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping.
I'm really sorry. What's wrong? It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Newborn War.
So, what about you guys?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. They got disqualified.
Alright. There's no need, dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back.
Yeah.
This Traveler and his companion Paimon, some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing.
I'm pretty sure you'd have to disqualify them.
Shatter the night, unmask it all.
You can't just ignore the fact that this random guy can just like go toe to toe with gods, making
An end to this illusion.
He fights like irrelevant.
With your might, let illusions fall! Their help, and let's not forget my good friends, Lolani, and the Yonsa. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the night. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, I'll drink that. How does it feel to be honest?
Yeah!
I talked to Mavarika, thank God.
lend you my power. And I grant you the Shogun's blessing.
Why is it shaking violently?
We have the advantage. Time to strike.
Why is it vibrating violently? Like the cup is still, but like
God of Thunder,
the
heed our
animation for
call.
the liquid is just
Shatter the night, unmask it all.
violently shaking.
With your might, let illusions fall.
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they have
Wake up! Wake up! Makoshi-sama! Makoshi-sama! Are you okay?
We thought you'd been eaten alive by that beast.
Mother!
Do what you must. Just save her.
This nightmare, it's beyond our skill to heal.
But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
I'm remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that
A nightmare. It felt like an endless nightmare.
I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect.
Sleep in peace. This time, only sweet dreams await.
This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine.
For many of us, I'm sure the last few days have seen unforgettable levels of stress and fatigue. But for now, I hope we can put the past behind us and enjoy a night of pure, unadulterated fun. Now, before we kick things off, our representative will announce the award for Best Game.
Time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up the struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side.
The winning team will take home a sum of prize money courtesy of the Yashiro Commission, along with the Tanuki Game Award. In addition, our special guest has the honor of announcing a special award. Shogun, if you could.
This special award recognizes the team with the most immersive game. And that goes to the creators of the horror game, The Doppelganger Incident. Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke.
Huh?
If they couldn't be forged at all,
Oh, so it was a horror game all along! I really thought I'd seen a ghost.
Wow, that takes immersive to a whole new level. Baketanuki are something else.
The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall.
I present you this award in the name of the Narukami Ogosho, and I promise you this. No human shall infringe on your peace without cause.
Wow,
Shogun is the best!
Wonderful.
Shogun is the best!
She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
I'm gonna guess this is when a voice
My lord,
acting.
we received word that the Pyro Archon has
Oh.
lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun
The whole
remains,
purpose of the investigation was to avoid disturbing yokai territory. Besides, the world is a big place. Humans, yokai. There's more than enough room for all of us.
on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Okay. I'm guessing this is when. Was that? Did it just give me an artifact piece? What did it just give me? What? What was that?
Instead of
What the fuck did it just give me? I don't know what the game gave me.
Jesus Christ, this person's signature in my friend requests, it says, "A dance led by me always ends in blood."
What did it give me? I don't. What did it give me? Archon Quest Reward Natlin. What did it give me? I think I'm on Act 2 of Natlin. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But we were just there.
Okay. So, like, what does it give you? Why can't I? Why can't I?
So warm. Oh, hey! Don't fall asleep in the tub!
The cornerstone of stars and flames.
It's not good to get distracted during a match, brother.
What is that? Oh! No wonder I'm having trouble finding it. I wasn't looking in the right place. It's a thing for the Pyro Traveler.
Okay. Go easy on me, Traveler.
Ow, my hips go pop.
Boss! The Mikawa Flower Festival was a huge success for us! We had 3 times more visitors than usual! Based on what we've made so far, I think we'll be able to make this much.
That's great news! We might even beat Yai Publishing House this month.
Oh, you look pleased about something. Having a party without me?
Oh, it's nothing.
If you learn anything about this during
I forgot to share some good news with you. 30% of the proceeds from the festival have been transferred to Yai Publishing House. We're expecting record profit this month. Don't you think congratulations are in order?
In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy
What?
to even begin to learn how to fight back.
Well, boss,
All of the
I
methods
guess
and
congratulations
other
are in
nations
order.
were developed
This is our 333rd time competing against Yai Publishing House in sales, and our best showing to date. Second place.
May this be a night of sweet dreams for all.
Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable weapons against the Abyss. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself. Oh, something else you'd like to ask? That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricably tied to the Wyab, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders. In fact, people who do decide to leave often suffer from memory loss and emotional issues. Everyone in Natlan understands this. That's why our people never leave without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means considering power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry. The Wyab extend their protection to all within Natlan, including visitors from afar. Oh, something else you'd like to add?
Let's heal. That didn't even give me that didn't even give me a single in terms of Primo Gems. tide into trying fate. I'm guessing this is when the voice acting becomes an issue.
Where are you?
Act 3 now.
Are you about to enter, like, actual war with the Abyss yet?
Oh, I guess not. No, because the voice acting issues with part 4. I'll get off Genshin for now.
To be honest, I might actually follow too, because I just got done with the event.
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds?
I have 11 days to do this other event. But I still have like 2 days before all the nodes are open, so I'm not even gonna put too much focus on it right now. That was a mistake. As much as I want to hop on Star Rail and do some story shit, I've already been live for 3 hours. There go Brando. Are you? There you are. Ugh. Ugh. Okay.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
I'm gonna go to the restroom, and I'm going to actually end. As much as I want to go to Star Rail, it's already 4 in the morning, and I don't want to get sucked into a long story quest at the moment. But hopefully, I have my problems solved with internet and all that. We only dropped 83 frames tonight, which is an amazing feat in itself, because our past 2 Tuesday streams, we have dropped into the thousands. So I do hope you all enjoyed. Ooh, hold on. Let's see what this person wants.
I need to get out more. I need to get out more.
I guess they're not joining. Okay. Well, never mind. Yeah. We're actually going to end now. Well, that being said, I do hope you all enjoyed tonight's stream. It was kind of a see how things go kind of night. I personally was not expecting things to go as well as they have. So, that being said, I'm glad things did go well. Who do I want to raid out to? Hold on. Right, rating. You know, I don't think I'm gonna rate out to anyone tonight, as much as I should. As always, happy time zone, have day, and I will see all of you guys hopefully in the next stream. I don't know who all might have popped out and vibed with us tonight, but I appreciate any of you who have. And until next time, I will most likely try again on Friday. I'm hoping that I have the same luck as I did tonight. Knock on wood that things don't go south, but we will cross that bridge when it comes. So, that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. So, happy time zone, have day, bye-bye.